What is the last planner system? The day plan. In this video, again, I'm going to show you on my computer screen an example of a day plan, how you can link it to everybody on the project site, and what it would mean for everybody on the project and the agenda to follow. I think you're going to love it because we also showcase cool pages from our books, all in this video, visual for you. Please join me on this video. Let's go. What is the last planner system? The day plan. In this video, I'm going to cover pages 158 through 167 in the tax steering and control book, and we're going to talk about what a day plan is and where it's created. This is going to be remarkable content, and I'm going to give you an example at the end. So if you're into that, please stay with us. All right, everybody, I'm super stoked. If you have the book Tax Steering and Control, please open up to page 158, please. If you don't have the book, I would say, why do you not have the book? This is absolutely remarkable content. We need you to have the best information possible. So let's go ahead and roll. I'm super stoked to cover this with you right now. All right, so the day plan, where is it created? Well, first of all, the afternoon Foreman Huddle. And you might be thinking to yourself, J Money, why is it the afternoon Foreman Huddle? Well, every week if you do a team weekly tactical where you organize the team, you look long term. Then you do what's called the trade partner weekly tactical where you create your 6-week make ready to look ahead in your weekly work plan. And then every day you plan the next day in your Foreman Huddle and then communicate it to the workers. What you'll find is that creates a flow from meeting to meeting, so that you can literally create this rolling cycle where everybody has what they need, okay? I do not believe in morning Foreman Huddles. I don't believe that it even is a morning Foreman Huddle if you do it. It's really more of a team huddle, and you've lost the foreman planning for the day. Planning for the day has to happen the day before, okay? So the purpose of it is to plan 100% the next day so that the foremen are able to run the site. That's where you create the day plan. You find and remove roadblocks if there are any left. Hopefully there aren't. And you manage handoffs. And one thing that I always like to say is that usually in these meetings, well, at least the morning meetings done wrong, people are like, I'm on level 3, area A with 5 guys. And then the other person's like, hey, I'm on level 4, area C with 3 guys. Nobody cares. That's not relevant information. We already know where everybody's supposed to be. We should be spending most of our time managing handoffs, removing roadblocks, and only a little bit on making a plan for one-off activities. Everybody already knows where they're supposed to be. So there's definitely an agenda to this meeting, and I'm going to take you through that right now, one by one, based on the book, and I hope that you really find it engaging. So first of all, on page 159, I'll communicate that it's really turn in your daily reports, shout-outs, day's progress, plan the next day, then roadblocks and handoffs. Then you basically go through the agenda of what you're going to communicate to the workers the next day, finalize the plan, get permits. So let's do this one by one according to the book. All right, so number one, and I'm going to cover these kind of in a fast way. If you want more information, please pick up the book. But number one, turn in daily reports. If you have the afternoon Foreman Huddle in the afternoon, it's great. It's a perfect place to collect daily reports, fresh information, and review them right there. In fact, if I was running the meeting, I would have one of my field engineers there reviewing the daily reports after they're handed in, so that if there's anything controversial, we could just handle it right then and there. Always start your meeting off positive. That's why I say start off with the positive shout-outs as a part of the meeting. But you all already know that, so let me take you to the next couple of pages. Okay, number 3, and this is probably my favorite. Review the day's progress. Within the weekly work plan frame itself, let's say that you are on Monday, the afternoon of Monday, right? You're going to put little green check marks or red X's on what did and did not get accomplished. Now the red X's will have to be addressed, but the check marks mean that you're on target. Now one of the things that I want you to know is that when you do that, you can calculate your percent plan complete score for the day. If you didn't hit an activity, you find out the root cause, find out if it was a constraint or a roadblock. Those are very different things. A constraint is something that holds up the system, the train of trades, or the train tracks. A roadblock would be something that's in the way of the train of trades. And your foreman in the last planner system will mainly focus on roadblocks. And so that's what you have to do. So if it's a roadblock, something in the way of the train of trades, we actually have boards that you can use to solve that. If it's a constraint, meaning a part of the systems design, that goes to the project management team to work out with the trade partners and to solve that on a fundamental level. It's pretty remarkable how that system works. Okay, so let me go ahead and take you down here. Inside the book on page 163, we give you a list of constraints and a list of roadblocks. Let me just give you a couple of samples here. So lack of preparation, improper takt time, missing resource, wrong number of zones. Those are all constraints. Those are all a part of the system design. But stuff that's in your way are roadblocks. Weather, work area not ready, failed inspection, defects, something in the way, right? Equipment issues. These are things that just have to be removed, okay? So if you don't hit an activity, you can find out and you can track what constraints and roadblocks are affecting you and then make some systematic changes or tactical changes from there. Now, let's go ahead and look at the part of the meeting where you plan the next day. So item number 4 is you plan the next day. Now, I like to have this. Now, this is going to, I hope you're sitting down because it's pretty cool. And if you like this, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I like to have a Canva graphic that shows the overall plan, the zone maps, like I said, the actual production plan, any legends that I might need, the logistics, maybe a 3D model, also that I can fill out this day plan section, right? And this day plan section is pretty remarkable. What shout-outs do I have? What feedback? What's the safety focus, permits, deliveries, and staging? What's the plan for the day in general? And the weather. Now, we're not communicating to every worker the details of every plan. That's not how it works. What we are doing is saying, on a general level, this is what all workers need to know and understand, and this is all in a visual Canva graphic. Now, if this is done right, you should have one QR code on the project or in the functional area, and any foreman or worker can scan that QR code and get access to this file. That's when life's going to get really remarkable for you. All right, so let me go ahead and take you to the next part of the meeting. So if every worker can access this information from the Canva link, then what we need to do in the Foreman Huddle is review roadblocks and see if there's anything that needs to be removed. And once we're done with that, we need to review handoffs. That means for the next day, are there any areas where one trade is handing off the work in a zone to another trade and treating them like a customer? Because if so, that all needs to be coordinated. And that means that throughout this next day, we can coordinate any details of the plan and finalize that plan in a remarkable way, not only for the benefit of the trade partners, but to also manage the handoffs, which are so crucial to flow on the construction site. The end of the meeting, what I like to do is make sure that we're preparing permits. And like I said, at the end here, what I'm showing is most teams not just like to put the day plan on the QR code, but also the full weekly work plan, look ahead, macro level takt plan, logistics, zone maps, JIP brochure, safety guidelines, and any other notices. I mean, it's really cool. And this is prepared for the morning worker huddle where you'll communicate all of this information. So let me take you to the overall plan again. I'll go through these really quickly. I don't want to waste your time. But if you have a macro level takt plan that shows the overall strategy, from there you should have a norm level production plan which has the right zoning and the right takt time and has buffers. Then you're able to create your 6-week look ahead. We talked about this in another video, and in the 6-week look ahead you're able to remove roadblocks and make work ready. And then that enables you to create the weekly work plan. Now, the weekly work plan is the basis for your day plan. So everybody's got to understand this is where it basically comes from. But from there, like I said, you will create the agenda of shoutouts, feedback, safety, permits, weather, deliveries, and day plan visually on visual boards or a Canva graphic for your trades. And then you'll be able to track your KPIs. But what I want everybody to be able to do is to create this deliverable. So here's the bottom line. Can your trades in the field see the plan for the day, see as a group, know as a group, and act as a group, see where materials are coming in, and see where key items of note are in each of the zones? If they can't, then we're not communicating all the way to the people in the field. And not communicating the information to the workers in the field would be like swimming across a mile-wide channel and drowning 5 feet from shore. So, day plan, everybody sees as a group, knows as a group, and acts as a group. It's created in the afternoon Foreman huddle, and it's communicated in the morning worker huddle. And I hope that you're able to take this and implement it, because it's one of the most remarkable tools that I've been exposed to, and it works on every job everywhere we try it. So I'll give you these tools. I'll give you the link to the tax steering and control book, and I'll wish you the best of luck. Let me know if you need any help. We're here to help you. We do this with clients all the time. In the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and on we go.